This Uzor Arukwe and Bambam movies felt so real. And trust me, number one is where their love story became unforgettable. Number five, The Gift Within. This one is interesting because it shows that Uzor and Bambam can create a believable connection even when the story isn't built entirely around romance. The movie put their characters in a more complicated emotional world where trust, appearances, and people's true intentions matter. And that's where their chemistry becomes interesting. You start paying attention to the way they react to each other rather than simply waiting for a romantic scene. There's something about watching them together that makes the interactions feel familiar. Like two people who already have an understanding that doesn't need to be explained every time. Sometimes the best romantic connection isn't the loudest one, the one that makes you quietly think. Number four, Too Good to Be True. This one hits so hard, and it might be one of the most relatable entries on the list because their characters aren't living a perfect romantic life. They are struggling, they are trying to survive, they are dealing with financial pressure, family responsibilities, and the frustration of constantly feeling like life is pushing them backwards. And yet there's still love between them. That's what makes this pairing different. You get to see that romance isn't only expensive gifts, perfect date, and beautiful outfits. Sometimes love looks like encouraging someone when they are tired, praying for each other, trying to stay positive when the bills are piling up, standing beside someone when their plans fail, and counting to believe in them when they have stopped believing in themselves. Uzor and Bambam make that kind of relationship easy to understand. Number three, Without You. And even the title sounds like a question about love. What happens when the person you have become emotionally attached to is suddenly no longer there? That's where this kind of romance hits differently. Because real love isn't only about the butterflies you feel when someone walks into the room. It's also about the emptiness you notice when they are gone, the routines you suddenly miss, the conversation you wish you could have had again, the little thing you didn't realize had become important until they disappeared. That's why Uzor and Bambam work so well in emotional romantic stories like this movie. Number two, Love in Every Word. And honestly, this is the movie that changed everything. Love in Every Word introduced audiences to Obiora and Chioma, played by Uzor Arukwe and Bambam, and their chemistry became one of the biggest talking points around the movie. There was something about the contrast between them that worked. Obiora is confident, expressive, and larger than life. Chioma is more cautious, guarded, and unsure about opening her heart. On paper, they shouldn't fit so easily, but somehow they do. And that's the magic. He pushes, she resists. He teases, she reacts. He says exactly what he's thinking. She makes him work for the trust, and suddenly you are not just watching two attractive people fall in love. And finally, number one, Love in Every Word 2, The Wedding. If the first movie made audiences fall in love with Obiora and Chioma, the sequel asks a much bigger question. What happens after you find love? Because falling in love is only the beginning. Then comes family, marriage, expectations, past relationships, old wounds, and all the things that can test whether two people are actually ready to build a life together. That's what makes the sequel such a natural choice for number one. We are no longer watching two strangers discover attraction. We are watching two people who have already chosen each other, and that changes the romance. The little moments become more meaningful because there's history behind them. The smiles aren't just flirting anymore. They are familiarity. The teasing isn't just attraction, it's comfort. And the emotional moments carry more weight because these characters have something real to lose. So after watching all five, which Uzor Arukwe and Bambam movie felt the most real to you? Be honest with us and tell us in the comment section. Thank you for watching.